and here entity referential as well as what now domain. Okay, right. So now we can see this all the things, that means all constraints. Okay, so whatever we have here primary key unique, and here foreign key, and here check not null and default. So these are all are called as what now constraints. But you can see all the three types of integrity rules. Finally, all rules are what it was say that. So data integrity, that means to maintain accurate and consistency of data. And now don't allow duplicates, okay, and don't allow unnecessary values or unnecessary or invalid of data. Yes or no? So these kind of things we can restrict it, okay. So by using of what now data integrity, and primary unique we restricted, okay, duplicates, and referential integrity to making relationships in between table, and domain checking values before accepting, okay, no. So but whatever we did, the three rules, if you want to implement here, so we have here, these are the some constants we are using, okay. And now let me go and we will go for this, and what is constraints and how these constraints are working, okay, that we will check it out. Now take siding. Now we will go for constraints, okay. And now you can see, so these all constants are the main intention is what now, okay, to enforce, to enforce, to enforce or restricted, restricted unwanted data into database tables, okay, restricted unwanted data into database tables, okay. These are the main important of the constants here. And these are so many different types of constants we discussed. First one we called as here unique constraint, and second we called as here not null, third one we called as here check, and fourth one we called as here primary key, and fifth one we called as here foreign key, and the foreign key even though we called as what now references key, okay. And next we have your default. These are the total 6 constraints we have here, and these things we can apply on the table structure to restrict your unwanted or invalid of data. Okay, right. But these constraints, how can you define on your table means, for example, okay, almost every database is going to be supported. There are two types of constraints we can define. Okay, so how many way? Two ways I can define my constraints. One is we called as column level, and one is we called as table level. Okay, no? So the two levels we can define our constraint. Almost every database is supported. All databases are supporting the following two types of the following two types of or the following two levels. The following two levels we can define two levels to define constraint, to define constraints on a table, okay. And in this first one we called as your column level. So here, what is the mean by column level and how I can define my constraint at column level means here each and every column wise, okay, each and every individual columns, you can apply your constraint. So every want to, okay, so here write down here, constraint, constraints can be defined, okay, on each column wise, can be defined on each column wise. Okay, now for example, when you see the syntax of this column level, so I'm using create table and table name. Okay, and after that, okay, we need to pass, I have a column name 1, and compulsory we should pass your data type, and if it is required size, and after that you need to send your constraint type, the which type of constraint you want to apply, that you can apply on the column. So data type, and it was taking what now, size, and here so and so on. To each and every column wise, we defined our constraint. Okay, right. And come to the second one is called as what? No, table level. So table level means what now here? In this level, we are defining our constraint after all columns are defined. Okay. So after all columns, table definition, end of the table definition. Okay. We can define a constraint. We can define a constant. So this is we called as your table level. So table level means first you have to define how many columns you want it. Okay. So now all you can go to define here. First of all, I don't write your constants here. I just remove this. And after defining your all columns one by one, okay, then end of the, okay, then end of the table, and here you want to write your constraint type. So here you want to write constraint type, and after that send your column names, column name 1, column name 2, and close. So this is your table level. Okay, so table level, carefully observe what we did first. First, your required columns, whatever you wanted, that all columns are one by one you can define, and end of the table definition. So we can define our constraint and on which columns you want data, that you can take it out. Okay. Now here one note point should be remember. So this type of, that means table level constraints, is also called as here table level constraints, are also called as, composite. Okay, composite constraints. Okay, right. And these two levels you can apply, and I will show you one by one constraint how to apply. Below, the first constraint you can take here. So these are completely the things we can say restrictions modes we can apply on your columns. Okay. So whenever you need to restrict it, compulsory these keys you can apply on your table columns, then automatically data can be restricted here. Okay. Right. And the first one, so unique constraint, and what is the nature of unique constraint and how it will restricted and which kind of data will restricted here means this constraint will be restricted only duplicates. So suppose user try to insert duplicate values on unique constraint column, then it is not allowed. And one more thing, remember the constants on which column you applied, that column only affected, but other columns are not affected. For example, suppose here serial number is one column is there. On the serial number, if I apply here unique constraint, okay, and second one is name column is there. So serial number I have a unique, but name column is not have any constraint. So it means what now? This constraint on which column are you applied here? Only that column will verify, and remaining columns are not verified. For example, if I want to insert 1, it will accept it here, and A, it is accepted. And same as, for example, in the second row, when I try to insert 1, then what it was happen, this unique constraint will go to check whether this data is already existing or not. If it is existing, then what it will do, it is not allowed. But if I was inserted A for to name, then it is allowed. So why, sir, it is allowed here also duplicate now? It means that on this constraint, we didn't apply any restriction here. So now there is a no constraints on this column. So that's why as a normally by default, every column is accepting duplicates and nulls. That's the default nature of every table column. So now on this name, I didn't apply any unique constraint so that the A can be insert any number of times you can insert, nothing problem. Okay. But here in serial number, I can't insert. Why, sir? Because already you have a unique constant. So this unique constant work, what is the work of unique constant? Duplicates are not allowed. Duplicates are not allowed. So that is the nature and work of your duplicate value. Definitely it was allowed what now? Null value. So nulls are, it is allowed, but duplicates are not allowed. Okay, that is the purpose of your unique constant. Okay, now right now to restricted restricted duplicate values, but but allowed nulls into a column. Okay, right. And now the first thing I will show you at column level how to apply. Okay, in column level example, you can see. Okay, right. So come out and see your database now. So in my table, the present, how many tables we have here? Okay, so these are some tables we have now. And now I'm creating some new tables now. So create table, test one, and carefully observe serial number. On serial number, this is column level. Column level means what I said, every constant individually on each and every column we can apply. Understand now? Ah. So serial number is my column name, int is my data type, and after that you need to apply unique. And after name also, I just go to take varchar 2 of some size. And here also I will apply unique. So that means here individually, I was applied my unique constant individually. So individual columns, okay, on serial number and on name. So individually we applied. So this kind of definition is called as a column levels we called. Okay, on each and every column we applied our constraint. So whenever we applied this unique constraint on serial number and name, so what it was happens means the serial number is not allowed duplicate values. Okay, it is not allowed your duplicates. And even though your name also not allowed duplicates. Why, sir? Because on the name also, I was applied what now? Unique constant. So on the both columns, I applied unique constant. It means that the both constant columns are not allowed your duplicates. But here allowed what now? Nulls. The both columns are allowed nulls. That means unique constant restricted only duplicates, but not nulls. Understand now? Right down below. So now we can see, first I will show it here. So my table successfully created. Okay, now. So my table successfully created. And after created, let you test now. If I'm going to test here, the test one and sending values of, so 1 comma A, if I send it, then it's my first record. It will accept it. Okay, right. Let me go and check it out whether it is allowed or not here. I'm just entered, but it is not allowed and showing some error. What is error? Unique constraint is violated. And here, can you see MyDB 9am is called as our user account name. And here some number was given here, sys underscore C 007466. So what is this number, sir? Now online students check out. My voice is clear. Online people. Okay. Okay, now you can see. Okay. So what I said, the constraint purpose internally system is created one key ID. And based on this key ID, your Oracle server can understand that this is which type of constraint on which column you applied. That kind of identification purpose, your server will created their own IDs. Okay. But these IDs, when it was useful, how it was useful for useful, sir, means that was I will show you in coming soon what is this ID here. Okay, now, but up to there, you just leave that. Okay, and the remaining we will say it now what is what. Okay, right. And now we can see I was insert of one is duplicate already existing here, so one is not allowed, and that related unique constant is violated here. Okay, and the same pattern, suppose if I send 2 and I'm sending A. Now this time, which column is problem? Name column, because the serial number I was inserted 2, previous serial number 1. So this is not a duplicate. But previously I have a name A, and now I'm inserting same name A. Then again it is called a duplicate. So when it is called a duplicate, and again your server will not allow this, and it was showing some error. And this time, can you see my identity number here 7466 and here 7467? So that means what you understand, on each and every constant column wise, one ID was created by system. And this ID internally server can use to identify this is which type of constraint on which column I was or the user was applied. So that kind of information server can understand here. Okay, now, so that is, so now these are what now, so we called as here the two things are not allowed. The finally, if I'm giving here B, can I allow this? Yes, because my serial number is a unique. Unique means different, and name also different. And when I executed this, it will allowed. And finally, if you want to come back and see your table test one and see this 1A and 2B only. Okay, now, and there is a no duplicates in serial number. There is a no duplicates in name. So both side restrictions are happen. Serial number have a restriction, name also having a restriction. So this is unique nature. It doesn't allow the duplicates. But the problem is what now unique? The drawback is what now we said? Nulls. Suppose if I inserted here null, comma null, if I inserted, the both unique constraints columns will allowed what now? Nulls. The nulls not only one time, any number of times you can insert, the nulls will be allowed. So this is actually the problem of unique. So right down below. So column level example. Okay, right. So come out and see your table level. This is important for you. So carefully observe the table level example. Okay. Let me come out and see and try to understand. Okay. Now, suppose I created here my new table again. So create table test number 2. And what I said table level, first you need to define your columns. Okay. So serial number and name I'm defining as it is. Okay. So I'm not applied any constants on individual columns. Okay. So first your columns can be defined. After that end of the table, suppose you feel my all columns are designed, it's over. Then end of the table you can apply unique, and now you can apply your serial number and name. Okay. Now, previous column level, what happened? I was used how many constraints? Two constraints. Unique on serial number, unique on a name. But here, how many unique constraints? Only one. One on how many number of columns? Two columns. Okay. The table level advantage is what now? I don't need to go for multiple constraints. I not necessary to apply. One constant you can use on that multiple columns here. So now here I was used only one constant here that is unique and multiple columns. And now we can go to check here. The table level is successfully created. After created table level, it's the most important is what now? This constraint we are not applied on individual columns. This constraint are you applied here the combination of columns. This is first point should be note down. Okay, now this constant I'm not applying individual columns. I was applied on combination of columns. So whenever your constant was applied on combination of columns, then data also how it was verified, sir, means the data also verified on combination of columns data verified. That means in table level constants will never check individual columns. It never check individual columns. It was checking your data by the combination of columns. Understand na? Not individually. My point again I'm repeating. It doesn't check individually, not checking. It's checking combination checking. Okay na? As per that nature, what it was happening, you can see insert into test number 2 sending values 1 comma a. So what I'm seeing here, combination is checking. What is the combination here? 1 comma a. This is called a combination of data. So combination of data and that to first row allowed, nothing problem. So now that row will be having in my table test number 2 successfully inserted this combination 1 comma a combination I'm telling. Okay, right. And now the next time if I inserted the same combination of data, I'm inserting into my table test2. But tell me here, the same combination of data is already existing in your table. Yes or no? Yes, already existing. That means this combination already there in my table. And the same combination of data, second time are you inserted. So second time when you inserted, can I say this is a duplicate? Yes, it's called a duplicate combination data. So this data will never allowed. This data never allowed, and saying what now? Unique constraint is violated, so and so number. Okay, right. Keep it this. Now same as, suppose if I send 1 comma b. So 1 comma b combination is there in my table? No. 1 comma b combination of data there is no in my table. Yes or no? And now I'm inserting this combination. So that means this is a different combination. Understand my point? It's not a same combination. It's a different combination. Different means unique. So it is allowed. Suppose the same again, okay, allowed 1 comma b. Suppose same again, if I use 1 comma b, one more time I'm inserting. Can I? No, because this combination already existing. So that's why it is not allowed and showing error again. Okay now? Right. But again, if I send here 2 comma a, I'm sending. Can I? Yes, because 2 comma a combination do have in this table. No, so it is unique allowed. And the same combination, if I see, okay, 2 comma a allowed. If same combination, if I inserted, allowed? Not at all. Okay. And now again, if I done 2 comma b, can I? Yes, I can. But 2 comma b again? No. So now you can see my table 2 comma b. Understand now? So like this, it was combinationally checking the data. For example, to understand here, nowadays in cricket matches, okay now, some tables are there. For example, can you tell me it can be happened or not? So India versus Australia, okay, India versus South Africa, and India versus, okay, New Zealand. Is it possible? Is it possible? Possible? India 3 times playing now. But India Australia is a different match. India South Africa is a different match. India New Zealand is a different match. Understand now? So that means India is playing with how many countries? 3 countries. Is it possible in tournaments? Possible now? Again, don't ask me doubt. So same concept, your table level. The table level concept is also same. India versus Australia, unique combination. India versus South Africa, unique combination. India versus New Zealand, unique combination. Okay, but the same thing, next if I give it now, okay, India versus Australia. Now tell me, is it first match or second match? Second match. But I can't say it's the first match now. Can you say first match? No, first match already played. And this is second repetition of same combination match. Second time repeating same combination of match. So that's why this is not a unique match. This is called a unique match. This is called a second match with the same combination of teams. Understand now? So this is called as what now? Duplicate. Okay. And this is not a duplicate. So like this, your table level is going to be work. Understand now? So now that is the reason you can see here it was allowed what now? 1 comma a allowed, 1 comma b allowed, but both are different combination of pairs. So 2 comma a, 2 comma b, a different combination of pairs. So different combination of pairs are allowed. But if you see individually, suppose are you separating this individually, then what it was happen? Both columns are allowed duplicates. If you see individually, separations. Okay, if you see separately, both are allowed duplicates. But as a combination, do you have any duplicate? No. So that's why table level how to compare means as a combination. Here in your table designing level, how your constant was applied here. Okay, this constant are you applied on how many columns and on which type of columns, and those two columns combination only data verified. So individual columns are not verified. Verified combination of columns. Okay, na? So this is the nature of called as a composite unique constraint we called. What we called here? Composite unique constant. That's why table level constants are called as a composite constants we call. And which constant you applied here, that is called a composite unique constant. Okay, na? This concept is very, very important in normalization. If you understand here, the next coming soon, normalization topic also we are discussing. So there you can understand. If you are confused here, normalization, you cannot understand. And there is no confusion here. Simple. So what is your target? Combination of data check. That is called a table level. Single column check. That is called a column level. So column level, one by one column checking. Here, combination of columns are checking. That's it. Other than this, nothing was there in this to get some confusion, whatever. Okay, right. So this is what we called as here composite or table level constant. Right down below. And here, small comment you can give it now. This type of constant, what you applied here. Okay, this comment, give it. What type of constant this is? Composite. Okay, unique constant. Okay. Okay, now, so now what you say here, this is okay, allowed, and this is no, not allowed here. And again, this one is allowed. This one is allowed. Okay, now, but now you can see I insert nulls into this table columns. What happened? You can see. Okay, now if I try to insert it here, so what is this? Null comma null. So null comma null, if I inserted, it was come, and one more time inserted, it was allowed. Because unique constraint drawback is what now? Accepting nulls. So that's why you can repeat that nulls any number of times, it will allow to you. Okay now? Right now. So this is your unique constraint at column level, at a table level. Okay, right. The next constant here, what is our next constant? Not null. So actually in your unique constant, what is the drawback? Nulls are accepted. So that is a drawback of your unique. And those nulls I need to restrict now, okay, into my column. Then I can use what now? Not null. So in the name only there, not null. Okay, that means nulls are not allowed. Okay, right. So here this constant, the purpose is same. To restricted nulls. See, restricted nulls, but allowed duplicate values. So to restricted nulls, but allowed duplicate values. Okay, right. But this constraint, okay, I can define only column level, but table level not null constant will not support. Okay, so it can be defined at a column level only. Table level doesn't support. Okay, right. I will show you column level. And come back here to see my table. So create table, the test number 3. So here CID, and I was given not null, course name varchar2 of some size not null. So now in this column level, on individual columns we applied a not null constraint, and not null when you applied a space compulsory user. Don't write like this. If you're writing like this, it is not allowed. It's showing error. So give us some space. Okay, right. And now the table level supported. The table, sorry, column level supported, and successfully we applied our constraints. And after that, you need to test your operations on this table. Okay, test number 3, sending here. Okay, values. The course ID 1, the course name is C language. Okay, now it is allowed, but same combination, same values will be repeated here because duplicates are allowed. But when I try this, for example, if I send null comma C++, I'm sending now. When I'm sending the next record, my first CID column, I'm inserting null and C++ for my course name. But unfortunately in CID column, what it was not null, then I'm using null. What it was happening, you can see it's not allowed, and showing what cannot insert null into so-and-so database, so-and-so table, and so-and-so column. Which column is not allowed? CID. And the same as here observed. Suppose if I'm using now, the statement was 2 and comma null if I'm sending, but it is also not allowed and cannot insert null into so and so database table and column CNAME. So that means finally nulls are not allowed, but duplicates are allowed for us. So nulls are not allowed, but duplicates are allowed. This is not null. But not null, sir, can I try on table level? But table level, what I said, it is not supported. Let you try. So create table, test number 4, okay, CID and CNAME. So varchar 2 of some size. And here I want to apply not null of CID comma CNAME. Okay, table level I tried here to apply my not null constraint on multiple combination to execute now. But what it was saying here, invalid identifier, the point is here. So this is your problem. You can't use this. So that's why except not null constraint, remaining all constraints, sir, we can apply on table as well as column. But not null cannot support table. Right down below. So these are all our validations. Okay, now. So how to do validations, understand now? Once you applied your constraint, automatically the validation will be applicable. Okay, right. So that means individually unique and not null both are having their own drawbacks. So unique constant drawback is allowed nulls, not null drawback is allowed duplicates. But sir, this two combination, that means somebody having doubt, can I apply multiple constraints on single column? Okay, that kind of possibilities there means yes, you can. Okay, so below write down how to define multiple constraints on a single column. Okay, how to define multiple constraints on a single column. Okay, now if you want it like this here, okay, then you can see I'm going to use now. So create table test number 4. Okay, CID, and here I will apply unique space not null. Okay, unique space not null, and same as CNAME varchar 2 of some size, and here also I can apply unique space not null. So here multiple constraints we applied on individual columns, and to execute now your table can be allowed. And now what it was happen, unique constant, what it will be restricted, duplicates are restricted. Not null, what it was restricted, nulls. So that means the CID column will never accept the duplicates, will never accept the nulls. Understand now? The both I can restrict it here. And now I just go to test now. So insert into test number 4, sending values, my course ID 1, and I'm using Java course. So this is first allowed. But now the same okay ID, I'm giving another course. What is this? Oracle. So if I was given the same ID for Oracle also, because already this ID was we assigned for Java, but the same ID I'm giving to another course Oracle. Is it possible now? No, it is not possible. Why, sir? Because your CID is which type? Unique is allowed duplicates? No. So that's why it is not allowed. Same as, suppose in this, okay, I'm giving now null. So null comma Oracle. Can I insert null into CID column? No. Because why? Not null is assigned. Okay, so not null is also there on this. That means on CID, how many constraints? 2 constraints are there, unique as well as not null. So null is also not allowed. See, null is not allowed into CID. Then I should give it only which one data? Unique data. So 2 comma Oracle, yes, allowed. And finally, you can see select a star from test number 4. So 1 Java, 2 Oracle. So you can't insert any duplicates in CID, CNAME. There is no nulls in CID, CNAME. Only Unix data will accept it. There is no duplicates. There is no nulls. Right on? Okay, right. So this is what now? So combination of your constraints you can apply. And the next one is, right, third one. What is your third constraint? Check. So check constraint. Okay, so how it will be used means this constraint will be restricted your values, okay, with user defined conditions. So that means user was given some condition on particular column. Okay, now. So whatever the condition was given by user, with that conditional value, your inserting value will check. And your inserting value will satisfy the given conditional value. Then you